Alright there, folks. I'm out here flying my Sky Surfer. Pretty windy day, as you're probably going to hear in the video. She's a big bird though, she can handle it. Good gliding with this kind of wind. Let's go ahead and take her up, see how she does. Check all my control surfaces. I'm not going to need flaps today. Nice four-cell. Not really rated for a four-cell this motor, but as long as you don't keep it open-ended the whole time, it'll be fine. Wow, it's really breezy up there. This thing's got so much lift. She's really affected. Doesn't need much power to go, that's for sure. There's about 40% throttle. She still wants to climb. There we go. Wow, she's really weather vaning. She's almost hovering. This kind of day you got to keep your eye and focus on your plane the whole flight. That kind of wind, you'll lose it real quick. Oh, this plane can really cook. Downwind, huh? I hate to be in a real glider on a day like today. Everything's bouncing around so much. Probably have a headache after a flight like that. Okay, let's see how she glides with no power. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just a little slight nose down, which is what you want. Don't really want a glider to be too nose heavy. Otherwise it'll descend too quickly. The point of it is to have good glide ratio. Wow, it's really windy up here. Look at that. Just bouncing around. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just making slight corrections. That wind is bouncing this thing around like crazy. When the wind gets crosswind, you can come down and make that base turn. Crosswind wants to pick that wing right up. That's about 25% throttle. No, my hat cam doesn't come flying off. Kind of funny. Wow, she's really weather vaning big time. Here's where you gotta watch that crosswind. Wind coming over the trees too doesn't help much. When you get down low. Almost tempted to play with the flaps, but I think that might be a problem. Not too bad, it's a good lift. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know if it's such a good idea to put flaps in this much wind. I think I'm going to install it. One good wind gust. It'll stall out. It'll probably happen 5 feet above the ground and crash in and post something up. Or better, belly wheel. It's got one wheel. Yeah, it's skid. Coming around the turns, you got to give it a little throttle. Otherwise, it just it literally wants to stop flying, or at least it's hovering on the wind. Boy, oh boy, with those nice big tall clouds, Puffy would love to be flying FPV today. Clouds. A big yellow lion would be perfect for that. It's got the endurance to get up to altitude and hover up there for a while. One thing with such a long wing, you need full throws, 100% throws, because the ailerons are so far out. And the wing is so long that it's got a lot of drag on it. Turning it requires a lot of aileron. Now, I don't know if you can see it on camera from here. When I give a deflection, I can actually see the ailerons moving, and that's pretty rare when the plane's up in the air. You can see the ailerons moving. Wow, it's right around there. I think it's got to do with the wind coming off the trees. Bounces the most there. I'm going to bring her in because I don't know how much endurance I'm going to have on this battery. I've flown about 10 minutes already. Close to it, so I'm going to push it out the hard way with the endurance. Check this, he likes to glide and glide and glide, and then we'll stop flying. Bring it over the trees, it's like a sudden gust. Whoop. Flaps, not a good idea. Not a good idea. She almost stalled. Reset. I had a feeling that would happen, but I wanted to try it. Slow it down. Actually slowed it down too much. Right. We're going to be using up a lot of space here. Get in a little bit lower. Like going over that road, but the wind's kind of pushing me out there. Nobody here today, so I'm not too worried about anybody getting caught up in a plane coming out of the sky. And the only one's going to get hurt is the plane. Alright. Let's bring this out a little further. And now we're just coming over the trees, which I'm really not comfortable doing, but I don't think I'm going to have much of a choice. She doesn't want to come down. I'm going to have to go around again. This is going to be tough. That's my radio telling me that my 12 minutes is up. Probably only flew about 10 because I kicked off the timer before I actually flew it, so I probably sat around for 2 minutes before okay, I just need to keep an eye on those trees. Oh, she does not want to go down. So I'm going to have to force it down. Doing this, but I have no choice, otherwise I'll never get it. Alright, we're good. I know there's a patch of grass over there, so I'm not too worried. Or maybe I'll wind up on the walking path that we have runs out parallel to this field. We're at the west end of the field here. I know there aren't too many hazards there, so I'm not too worried. The only hazards in there during the summer, that's a retention pond, and we've had a few planes go down in there. You don't have to worry about that in the winter. Planes over there. Murphy's Law. One way. It's amazing, this whole field here, all of these places to land is right in there. There's stones and every other kind of thing. Alright, let's see how she fared. I don't think that that's going to be a problem. Let's take a real good look here. Nah, she probably just slid down there. Well, folks, that there's a flight of a Sky Surfer. Fun little plane. It's got its advantages and disadvantages, but pretty much every plane does. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and catch you in the next one.